Hello creators and wordsmiths, this is Angelique speaking. Today I'm going to walk you through my Notion setup. I started using Notion in November last year, mostly because I was very unhappy using Trello. I wasn't really comfortable using Asana, and I didn't really like Todoist and other apps that would actually help me manage my tasks. And one of the reasons for that is that I create a lot of content and I needed something that would be customizable because I like to customize, but without coding, and that would help me link all my content together and my projects, my translation projects, my personal projects, and my future coaching business that I'm developing right now. And I got into Notion, and let me show you archives. I'll show you what I started with. This is my old workspace. As you can see, it was, well, I used a few pages since then, but it was just organizing pages with using templates here that are included in the app. And it wasn't really what I wanted because I really needed something that would have databases and I would link the databases together. So in December, I started to research how other people and specialists use Notion, and I found this woman called Marie Poulin, who is like not the goddess of Notion, but one of the most famous Notioneers, so to speak. And I bought a template from her, and it was a game changer for me. It was a wonderful workspace that you can actually customize the way you want. And of course, there's a lot of trial and error and mistakes, and you need to, you need to create something, then you need to change it. But it was perfect for me. And today I'm going to walk you through this. And it's actually a template that is based on the PARA system: projects, areas, resources, and archives. So projects is everything that you're working on right now as a project, your ongoing things. Areas are, in a way, areas of your life that you want to work on. For example, business, maybe your home, your health, your, I don't know, your mindset, and it informs all of your projects. And resources, it's all my databases are there, also my brown assets, maybe the books that I use, the articles that I consume, everything is put there. And archives is everything that I cannot push myself to erase right now, but it's in the archives. It's everything that is not relevant to what I'm doing today, but I can still use it before I actually need to sort it out once in a while and erase what is no longer relevant for me. So let's start with this. So I'll show you my workspace very quickly. As you can see, you can choose your cover. It's very pretty. It's a stone circle. It's the name of my business. Then you have the title. It's my motto, actually. A quote that I find inspiring, the word for the year, balance, and 3 good resolutions. So I'll just show you now my journal. This is a custom view of, well, the original database, as you see, that is kept, as you've guessed, in resources. And I will not click on it yet. And so every day I create a journal entry. There's a template, and as you can see, the visuals were so gorgeous, I've decided to keep them. And you can choose the week, So that is week 1 to February 1 to February 7. This is the proper week. I have created every entry, but of course we only Tuesday, so let's go what I did yesterday. I think I listened to a lot of music yesterday. So you see the day, the date, the week, some words, feelings, effectiveness. Ooh, I didn't work out, but you have Knowledge Hub. It's if you take a class, if you read articles. I think I read one that I need to put in there. Workout, entertainment, movies, that is that you watch. Gratitudes, wins and celebrations, challenges and do better. Do better, it's sleep earlier. Months that I need to add, so that up February. Notes and ideas, it's just things that you note, like a post-it, you know, and you do it later. Reading, I didn't read last night because I didn't sleep a lot and I listened to a lot of music during the day. I need to add a person I interacted with. So this is a link to my person database. So my people database, people like coaches, friends, musicians, people I want to work with, bloggers. So I need to add because I interacted with somebody. The average words I either translated or wrote because I write a lot, and the number of paid hours that I worked, so salaried hours, hours that I can invoice, not writing a blog post or creating this video, and a little journal entry. And then this end of the day, I usually go through, I don't need to tick, I've done, you know. And this is for absolutely every day. There's another template that you can use as well. You can modify those templates, so you can choose to, customize your journal every day the way that you want. And at the end of the week and at the end of the month, I'm showing you into a resource. You actually only needed to click on the database to be taken to the original, but I'm showing you. Planning, slow internet. Journal, it's where all my journal entries are kept. That's the master database. And at the end of the week, so this is where all my weeks are kept. I'll show you for last week. The graphics are less beautiful because I made them myself. And these are roll-ups of everything that I've done. So the tasks that I've done, the goals that I've worked towards, the effectiveness, the projects, the journals, the hours that I've worked that I can invoice. There was 32 last week. Words that I've translated or written. Again, I write a lot. More energy today. That's when you have the little sign like this, like a magnifying glass. It's a roll-up, so that means that it extracts and information from other databases. So that just takes everything from the journals from the past 7 days. So you see, for example, words. These are the words that I've chosen for the past 7 days. I've taken a Japanese class. I've walked 3 miles. Improvement sleep earlier. This is my sleep. Not really good at the beginning of the week. I've read the book. I finished the book. I listened to a lot of music and I watched a lot of movies. That's why I didn't read a lot. And then you've got the journal, some actions, and then there's a template for weekly reflection. So what I learned this week, what I'm grateful for. And this I do, it's important. I may change, of course, the questions and the template. I mean, it's up to you to create your own vision, in a way, your vision board or your questions. And of course, at the end of the month, and then the quarter and the year, but we're not there because I only started using it since the end of December. January. Yep, this is roll-ups and everything I've worked on. All my gratitudes for the months, my wins. I finished the book, went outside, 7 hours. And that's it. And then the review, okay, what well, didn't go well. And then there's the list that was already in there of all the things that I need to do. And I need to finish something, which was importing highlights and quotes from ebooks that I've read that I've not done yet. And now we are going to go back to the main page and I will show you my projects and my tasks. So now I am going to show you my tasks and how I manage my projects on a daily basis. So like a lot of translators, I actually use LSP Expert, which is a productivity system, a management system. So I can invoice, I can log on my hours, I can do all of that. But in Notion, I have projects. So the original database, of course, it's here in the project. This is a custom view. These are my personal projects. So read 2 books a month, brush up my math skills, take Japanese classes and build strength. And I have some milestones and some like small goals that I need to do. And I will show you I can change the filter. So this is personal and this is for the next quarter, I mean this quarter. And I have this my professional projects. So if you work for different in a way companies, or if you have different visions, personal and professional, or you manage 2 businesses, you can easily have a different vision and separate your tasks. So these are translation projects, my content, so this is actually ongoing, and some things like grow my mailing list, and I have some goals and milestones again. And then those goals and milestones, they are separated into tasks that I do. So this is your actions. Again, I can click to navigate the original database, and the original database is kept here in actions. You know, it's the para system. Actually, it's kept here in resources and actions, the original database. And I will show you a task. So this is, for example, my Create Notion video. I put it on Hashbill, but it should be created in Wordsmith. Yeah, it's created in Wordsmith. So you have a time frame, and you can create a custom view of either your calendar, your table, or your list to actually show the time frame. You can tick it when it's done. You can have dates, and you can remind yourself when it needs to be started, for example. And when you create a reminder, it sends you an email, or it sends you a reminder here that I will show you later. It will show up in the corner of your screen, so you always know. You can log in the time that it will take you, and then you can create a roll-up at the end of the week, or the end of the month, or the end of the project, and you will know how many hours you actually spent on different tasks. And you can sum up. Day, it's usually, for example, if you're doing all your writing on Monday, then you can separate tasks into day. Then you can create another view that is not calendar based, that is based on the days. Then this template has got energy or type, effort, status in progress. You can link to a knowledge hub. For example, if I had watched a video to teach me how to record, I would have put a link to the article. The project is content. Actually, I'm doing it. I've done it. Ooh, I've done it yesterday as well. So, oops. February 16th. Yeah, I've done it yesterday, and I'm actually doing it today. So I log it at the end of the day. So this is a view, a calendar view, so I kind of know what I'm doing. I can have a table view. Table view is great for ideation. You can just dump all that needs to be done, and then you can, for example, there are things that I've not done yet, like I need to write a blog for next week, and I will assign a date, I will assign everything at the end of the week on a Sunday night. But I like my calendar view. And that's it. This is quick thinking. So notes and ideas. You remember it's a kind of post-it in a way, like, you know, the yellow piece of paper you write your stuff on, and you can link it to any project or article or book, and it's a note, and then act on those notes. So for example, I could take notes on some of my blog posts, and I need to do this, I need to do that, and then I take an hour that will get into tasks. So write a blog post for an hour, or work on my blog for an hour, and then tick off as many of those notes and ideas as possible. They are made to be acted on, and they are made to be erased. And then I've got other stuff at the bottom of my page, which again can be accessed by just opening this, you know. So the goals and milestones, that's when I set stuff for my future, the weekly agenda. Partners and prospects, it's very interesting. This is my people database. This is a custom view of my people database. I'll show you the prospects. In people, I put everything. So if I read a book, if I listen to music, I also put the artists. And you see, well, you see, thankfully it's not clients, so it's still confidential. I listen to a band. Let's say I want to contact them for my blog. So this is a custom view that I've created. A Dream 100 is from a class I'm taking to develop my blog. So I will put the website, the email, the platform that are the most popular on. Oops, it's not there. You click there. You know, blog, podcast, Instagram. Why do you contact them? Well, I have followed you for a long time. I saw your Facebook post. You know, that's the intro to your mail. If it's a cold contact, well, I love your work. I've watched your videos. What's in it for them? Well, if you partner with me, you will have more audience. You will propose a partnership. How likely it is that they will answer? A pitch, the pitch answer, and then the bump. You know, when do you actually send a mail to them, then send a second mail, send a third mail, and again, it's a date. So you can set a date, and then you can remind yourself that you need to do this. So, for example, if I want to write to them, I will send, for example, a mail on next Monday, the 22nd. I will click on this, then I can click on remind, and I can remind on the day of the event. So that means that on Monday at 9 a.m., I will receive an email telling me this, that I need to contact, and I will also here see an update, all updates, and there will be like a green dot. Oh, my internet is so slow. There will be a green dot here, and I will know what I have to do by logging in. For example, I have a reminder that's already set on at the end of April. I will have to, I think it's I will have to revise my online profiles. So this is great for routine tasks when you need to go back to your blog and you need to update, or you need to contact. So you can create something that is absolutely, well, it's automatic. It will send you reminders of which people you have to contact if this is part of your marketing. So this is great. It's I think a lot of platforms can do this, but this can do it. It can do it for the people you want to contact privately. So it's not like if you're a translator using LSP and you want to contact prospective clients. This is a whole other range of people. So if you're a blogger, it's other bloggers, So it's kind of great. And you can link templates for newsletters. You can link templates for cold emailing, or the bump, the message that you send them, and it goes directly into your inbox on Gmail or whatever mail provider you're using. So it's really great. And of course, I don't keep all the private information of my clients there. I keep that on LSP. I kept that in the old platform I was using for my finances. I don't keep any finance on Notion. Not because of confidentiality, but because it's just simply not the way that I use it. So let's go back to the workspace again. I could just hop to the page I can see. Let's go back there. Then I've got brand assets. So the database is in resources, and this is just my assets. When I need to create a visual and I completely forget the color, and for some reason it's not on Canva, but it should be on Canva, there you are, brand assets. So you can add all you want. The manifesto. This is something I took from a class. It's a checklist to my blog is effective. If I communicate my my goals and my things. The learning dashboard is so interesting. This is a dashboard. So again, it's not the original database. And active courses. These are all the courses that I take. Ooh, there's progression. Actually, the progress here is wrong because I've nearly finished. I need to change it. So these entries are entries in the Knowledge Hub. Knowledge Hub is everything that I consume, but not the books and not the movies and the music. So I was maybe considering merging those databases, but then I thought, no. I know that some people do. They make content that they create and then content that they consume. I don't do that. So these are the classes that I'm taking. And, they're related to areas. Remember, these are the things that you want to work on. These are concepts that you want to work on in the long run. So some of it is business, languages, and maybe body, mind, and spirit. So personal stuff, I suppose. That's a psychology thing. And then the future courses, haha. Then you can have a list of the future courses. And again, this is a gallery view because I really like it. This is how I remember things visually. It just pops to my eyes and I remember. But you can have a table view as well. So, oh gods of the internet, please make my internet quicker. Yeah. Oh, and there's a lot of things there. Podcasts that I want to either listen to or at least have a look at. Oh, and it shows everything because in the table view I didn't create a filter to actually show the future ones or the ones that need to be. Let me show you. The filter here is upcoming and maybe. So there are things that I could have another tag like, well, let's have a look at this, but maybe not. And that will show me notes and ideas, and then the articles that I've created lately that needs to be seen. Let's go back to the front page. And then you have the books. This is not the Knowledge Hub, as I said. It's a custom view of my virtual library. And these are the books I am currently reading. If I want to see all the books, where do I go? To resources, where the database is kept. I actually have not taken notes on any of those books, but I'm going to show you how it works. So there's people. Oh, I need to log the author. Author was already in the template. I don't use it. I use people. The type, the year that I've read it, a link, description, tags, the journal, that is the day that I've read it, quotes, very important. And I should actually link it to quotes. It's like something in the resources. I will show you when I show you content in actually a few seconds, because now we're going to hop to content. And that's it. I will show you now the Content Hub. So welcome to the Content Hub, my probably favorite page with my journal. Oh, it's very minimalistic, actually. I can add a cover if you want. Add cover, and so we can have, and you can change the cover. Again, everything is very customizable. You can actually create color codes for the type of page that you use, or it's linked to Unsplash. So yeah, oh, that's nice pictures. Is there a festival going on? You can change the emoji as well, the icon, yeah, whatever. So here I got a page for hashtags. I researched my hashtags. Newsletter templates that I bought. These are templates. These are not the newsletter that I've sent. The newsletter that I've sent are directly here in the content database. This is a master list of all my blog posts and a list to my online profiles. So let's go to my blog post. Again, the database is content, and if you want to see the master list, where do you go? Well, you can click, of course, here, but you go to resources. I can never repeat it enough. And there you have a list of all my blogs. So what I did is that I set in a filter for blog. I only have written for Harshpill, so I don't need to add a brand filter, but if I start writing for other people or another, in a way, avenue, another blog that I have, I can create another filter. And the way I do, for example, stock pictures is something that I've written last week. You've got the Pinterest description. Why is this article better? Well, I don't know, maybe it's good. This is another view, I need to write it. Keywords that I use, so that's the Yoast thing, you know. The category, the link, the dates, and the post it's related to. I published it on Instagram. I don't link with my Pinterest pins because that would be way too much. But for example, I see that, for example, in podcasts for translators, an article that is of mine that is very popular, people mentioned. Who did I mention? Well, I mentioned all these people who are making podcasts. So you can see who you're mentioning the most. You can have a roll-up, a view of everybody that you quoted. There's a notes and ideas here. Oh, I need to add a quote about CPD. You can have notes about pictures that you need to add. You can have notes about things like this. Did I use a template? That's for newsletters. Words and ideas. Oh, success is the product of... What is success a product? Daily habits. I actually put a quote by James Clear in one of those blogs. And by clicking on the quote, I would know where it has been published, in which piece of content, if I've already published it, or if I've created a visual for it, because it will link to the visual. So it's really nice when you know, it gives me an overview of my images and my quotes. Books mentioned, CPD mentioned, and yeah, so that's really great. I will see words and ideas. I have not published a lot. The words and ideas databases, yeah, all your quotes. And for me, I publish quotes once or twice a week on Instagram, so they're kept there. And these are visuals I can reuse in my blog. So that's the full list. And there's the blog post that needs to be updated. So I've updated only one. Content upgrade. Oh, yes, it will need. But now I've done it, so actually, no. But if I put no, it will disappear, so I won't do it for now. It's just to show you. Why is this article better? It's an introduction to KonMari. Keywords. Archetype. It's a case study. Am I saying my freebie? Yeah, I've made. These are the people I mentioned. Is it linked internally to another blog? Yes. Book mentioned. I didn't mention CPD or Knowledge Hub. And I think I should add something in this one, because I remember that I used a picture that I've created on my Instagram. There's a quote, so I will add a quote. And this one I need to add it, but I can... Let me see how. Properties. Notes and ideas. Oh, I need to add a link to my Notion video, and I need to add a link to KonMari quote. And it will create a new page. Yeah, and it will... Yeah, I will see it in my notes and ideas. So this is how I manage my content and when it needs to be upgraded, and if I'm, for example, selling, if you are an affiliate, you can manage all your affiliations here. So you can have a custom view of which blog posts actually sell, or which blog posts are, well, presenting, what they are presenting, who they are linked with, who are you quoting. So you will also know, you can add, if you want, something that will tell you that you need to contact the person that you've actually quoted and say, hey, I've linked to you. Can I? Well, you don't ask to have a backlink, but you can just inform the person that you've done it. No content update. Oh, and I can create a filter as well to so that content upgrade will not be no, and it will disappear from this custom view. Content hub. And I will show you how it works. I went over my templates, and one of my projects was to publish 12 newsletters in this quarter. So I already put on Monday newsletter 3 and newsletter 4, which is published and sent. It was sent on Monday. And it was the day after Valentine's Day. And I had actually a template for Valentine's Day. So I said to use a template. And I was able to link to newsletter templates, Valentine's Day. So what I did is that I clicked on this, and it took me to my template database, and I just copy pasted and wrote my own content on this. And you see the task that was in the calendar on the front page of the workspace was there. So it's easy to navigate from task to content to then journal. You don't need to go back and click and go back. You can know. And all this, for example, today is my birthday. And it's not published, but it's Tailwind is going to send it. So to me, it's like published. And you can have archetype, personal post, personal, Instagram, month content. I can actually create, if for example I'm talking about a book, a person, CPD, affiliation, it's the same for all content, whether it's a blog post, an Instagram post, a post on Facebook. I don't use Facebook for my marketing. The only thing, again, I don't put in is Pinterest, because I create so many that would be a little bit too much, but I will have to integrate it to see which ones are my best performing pins and the ones that need to be maybe updated or worked on. And yes, so I wrote it here, and then I use Tailwind, and I can either add hashtags from the hashtag database here, or let Tailwind send me some hashtags. They didn't do that. So yeah, so this is my content, and it's all linked. So it gives me a really great view of what I'm creating, and because it's all linked, it allows me to reuse my content. So I know, for example, I can summarize a blog post into an infographics, or I can I see how often I published about myself, like, the introduction, like, hey, I've had new followers. Or I can just use a previous post and just basically rehash it. So it makes it very easy. And if you want to have, ideation, you can just write, you can brainstorm, like, hey, I'm brainstorming, and then you can create lists. No, that's not this. Yeah, page to-do list. I want to talk about blah, 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 and then this, and then you can erase, at the end of the day. And if you're looking for new pages to create, you have templates, a template database. A template base. It's not a database, it's, I forgot the word. A bank, a library of templates. And it will give you a lot of things that are very interesting. Class notes, for example. Things that are like club homepages. So, but it is more static. So this is why I started using this, and I realized that it wasn't really for me, because I really wanted integrated database and things, databases and things that can link to each other very quickly, where I can index information and just index everything together. But call schedule, class directory, something that you can hack to create maybe, view of people, your friends or your contacts. Yeah, mood board. Mood board is great for artists, for example, or if we have a portfolio And the thing is that you can share those pages and you can even create a website, a very simple website in Notion. Then in terms of downloading, you can, I think it's here, yep. You can import and export PDF, HTML, and of course you can save your content. I think it's in settings, if I remember well. I don't think you can automate it, but you can download everything. And I think that's it, really. You know, this is how I use my Notion. Again, I've not been using it for a long time, just since November in a very static way, and then December with this particular workspace that I've made a little bit mine and that I still need to work on. And I need to see if I need to develop a marketing campaign using the people database that I've showed you, the dream 100 of the people I need to contact, and to see if it works. And this is it. So areas is everything I will work on. It's great for ideation in a way, just brainstorm, dump everything, and then assign all the tasks and the projects to different areas and projects, resources. And in the archives, I don't think I've clicked on the archives to show you. This is basically dashboards that were there and that I don't use, my old journal from November, December, things that I need to work on my old workspace. I think I have things to process still. And yeah. So again, I apologize for the sound. I apologize for the voice. I have chronic fatigue, so my voice is it doesn't carry a lot and I get tired. But I hope that you've enjoyed this half hour in my workspace on Notion, and that I have convinced you that you need to have a look at Notion. I could speak for hours about it because it's so fascinatingly useful, manageable, and customizable. It's the best tool that I've ever had. And to be fair, I'm good with computers. You don't need to use any code. You can just click and move around things. Yeah, and I love spending time with those colors and visuals, and I get a much better view of the things I'm working on. And you can you can integrate your Google Calendar. So if you need to time block, you can create a page. I can show you in another video how to do this. So yeah, this was my Notion. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a very productive day.